Good day and welcome to Obidati Family TV. The program where we start now, Hope Alive. Yes, Hope Day. Every day we go to do our own part. And all the obedience everywhere, they do their own part. And we dey encourage una, make una continue to dey hold on because we don dey near the promised land. Today, we get plenty things wey we say we wan discuss with obedience. And as those things they come on, make we dey touch notification, make other people know. Say anxiety, fear and anxiety don begin dey enter the camp of them. Tinubu, fear don dey enter all of them. Even the ministerial nominees wey be say dem dey carry come, we don dey hear background news say some of them myself don dey fear say whether na 1 month abi na 2 months dem go take do minister. Even as in the talk say wicked name don enter, another person name don, we no fit call all of them, but we don dey hear from background say fear don dey enter from that side. Dem want, the question wey dem dey ask now be say whether dem wan do 1 month abi 2 months of ministerial job. Na in dem so fear don dey enter. Make we dey get hope. Every obedience wey be say dem dey for Nigeria and dem dey abroad, make dem know say hope dey plenty. Again, coming on this hour, the things wey be say we wan share, EFCC don carry their own mouth call Tinubu criminal. Una go hear am as e take happen, as our people record am, wey be say dem carry that gist dey go for the EFCC wey hold space for Twitter. We get am, e dey come on. Una go hear am koro as dem take define am. And then one of the things wey be say I dey bring come for our people again, say if una dey watch all the dairies, that is all the newspapers wey dey for Nigeria, una go see say everything wey dem dey bring dey different. They bring wetin dey comot from this tribunal again. No be say tribunal no dey see, dem dey see it, but dem dey discuss wetin dey happen, their judgments, because judgment time don dey reach. Na in that fear wey dey come for the camp. Una go see Guardian, dem go talk their own. Una go see Vanguard, dem go talk their own. Everything wey dem dey talk there na distraction. Distraction. Dem go talk say Nigerian Labour Congress wan go on strike. Then they have meeting with FG. Then they do this one. DSS this one. DSS that one. EFCC this one. EFCC that one. All that thing wey they see. Now make them comot our eyes and our heart from waiting day. With me to discuss all of this one and many other things where they come. For studio here, Angel there and Esther there.
Hello, obedient. Now welcome once again to the show Hope Alive. Make we try keep all our hope alive because a new and a better Nigeria they come.
Good day, my well-meaning Nigeria and fabulous obedient worldwide. Tell your neighbor, say, hope day. We are getting close to our promised land. Yes, we are getting close. Tell your neighbor, call her. Come on board. Let's discuss.
Yes, as the discussion don't continue, we go begin to reach out to everybody. Again, I say, as you dey join us now live, make you for like and share this video so that other obedience go know how the things they take go. Because as we talked yesterday, PO don also invite us on Saturday, make we for stay together around 6 p.m. and we dey get permission to carry the thing go live so that everybody go here and ask questions to PO, make him take him out, they answer all of us. So make we continue to the day together because that very new Nigeria where we dey talk, they very possible. Now those things we want discuss, how we go take perform, how we go take correct all these mistakes where they happen now. But anyway, this very mistake, even before the election, PO get us, it take tell us this very something in a video. Make we even start with that one before we go to the problems where there for Nigeria. Because he don't talk how we go take solve this problem. Because he no say the problem they come. Before the election, he don't tell us. Make we hear for one interview when in grant, how he take tell us. We no go tell, we will come back now.
The numerous challenges that Nigeria faces, corruption, like you mentioned, a lack of stable electricity, lack of job growth, etc. What message would you have for those who have already just simply given up?
Well, like it's happened in every other nation. What we're going through now have happened in other nations. What it requires is just leadership. If we have a competent leadership with character and capacity, you start trying to pull the country out of all this. There's nothing difficult in saying, hey, today we're generating 4,000 megawatts of electricity, that we're going to move it in 4 years, in 5 years, from 4,000 to at least 10,000. It was a rocket science. We'll do it, people will see it, people will feel it. We're going to deal with the issue of corruption. It's something that is, I preach it every day. If the leader is not corrupt, his family and those around him are not, you reduce it by 70%. And whoever is doing it knows that he's going to face the law. So if you're caught in it, no question. Nobody's above the law. And you start doing this. You see, when you start doing the right things, issue of what is even mentioned, job creation, if you tackle the intangible assets of insecurity, which is number one, deal with the issue of rule of law, law and order, invest in human capital development, you're going to start attracting people to come and invest local first, your diaspora, then foreigner.
We don't hear as our own P2B don't encourage us how that very new Nigeria go dey possible. All these very issues where they happen, all these kata where they on now, all these things go come down where we don't come back, where we don't collect our mandate back. The judgment day don't dey very, very close. And it's as they close, anxiety, fear, they catch many people. So make we continue be prayerful wherever we dey, because that mandate for sure, many things where we don't send for this very court, the witnesses don't come court, and we don't carry evidence, show election tribunal, and they are deliberating on it, even now as we dey talk. Then they deliberate on this thing, and that judgment will they wait. And I know say, as this judgment go stream out, somebody even yesterday don't predict say, the judgment will go come out, go 85% go there in favor of our own PO. So, and we don't hear them from all the other sources say things they move fine, because even inside the court where we dey, obedience dey. But make we look wetin our people they talk for inside Twitter and online, make we for they take them one by one.
We have this one from Spotlight Abby. She talks say, in trying to run away from calling for future what it is, EFCC ended up calling Tinubu a criminal. Anyway, their position is irrelevant. Peter Obi and Labour Party legal team went all the way to 1780 and 1791 to establish the etymology meaning of forfeiture as interpreted by the US Supreme Court, upon which the court relied to decide several cases like the Thames versus Indiana, 2019 versus Austin and United States, 1993. The Presidential Election Petition Tribunal and the Nigerian Supreme Court cannot dodge this one. Tinubu must be disqualified. The time has passed when all these scallywags can obfuscate issues, term about, deprive a criminal from enjoying the benefit of crime. Yet it is not a fine. Jokers.
Well, we don't hear as our person take talk and we get the video of waiting happen for there from this Harry of Milan. Say the video of EFC official defining forfeiture. Forfeiture is not a fine, according to that very person. Said it is a tool to deprive a criminal from enjoying the benefit of his criminal activity. Thanks to Mr. Infinity for recording this. Then get the recording of waiting EFCC hosts na Twitter space where EFCC hosts people where then they talk what happens. And waiting be the type of what happens when banks fail to comply. Then they use bank as an example about the forfeitures where we say it happen for different areas. And with that very one, now then contact say that same video, but make we hear as that very lady for that very Twitter space, how she take react to that very question about how waiting for future mean. But we go back to how that thing take join for that our constitution where we say then they miss the point where then they miss, because I know say there is a non-criminal forfeiture and there is criminal forfeiture. But we know how Supreme Court also don't treat this very matter. But make we hear that voice. Make we not be saying now we talk say Tinubu be criminal. Where we know say waiting he be sha. But at the same time, make we hear from that EFCC platform how they take call and say na criminal waiting he do. Make we listen.
No, it is not a fine. It is a tool to deprive the criminal from engaging or enjoying the benefits of his criminal activity. It is not a fine. Hello?
Hello, can you hear me?
And yes, I can hear you. Did you get that?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Forfeiture, let me take it again. Forfeiture is not a fine. It is not a fine.
Okay.
It's a
Forfeiture is
tool.
not a fine.
It's not a fine. It's a tool to deprive the criminal from enjoying the benefits of his criminal activities. It's to deprive him, to stop him from enjoying his illegal acquired wealth. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay, when I don't hear am, a talk say it no be fine, but we go soon get to waiting the distant talk. That is waiting we dey even bring am from the constitution itself. But before we do that one, make we see another person wey be say for Twitter where then they talk the same thing about this same forfeiture. How they take talk am, make we even look am.
Yes, so Santa Chidi said, forfeiture is used to remove the tools of crime so they cannot be used again. This is what the EFCC official was trying to say. Anyways, there cannot be forfeiture without a crime.
Yes, and then we now have on the question and answer side, why is asset forfeiture used? Asset forfeiture is used to remove the tools of crime so they cannot be used again. Recover property for victims of crime. Deter crime by taking away the profit and punish the wrongdoer. What things can be forfeited? It becomes a question. Then the answer becomes there are different legal theories of forfeiture. Property that the wrongdoer will not have had, but for the crime can be forfeited as proceeds. For example, cash acquired through an unlawful activity such as drug dealings, or a car bought with cash from drug dealings can be forfeited under the process. Now, I want us to go to what the law speaks about the non-conviction-based criminal forfeiture and the right to own property in Nigeria, so that I can bring those people who are now arguing on Twitter space about this. Hold it there. Now, we said the escalation in the volume of economic and financial crimes, particularly in Nigeria, necessitate the need to design measures to make such crime profitable for the criminals. One of those measures is to order the forfeiture or confiscation of the corrupt enrichment or criminal proceeds to the victims of the crime. In addition to the punishment like imprisonment, binding over, or fines. Now, the victim of economic and financial crimes may be individual, corporate bodies, government, or unincorporated bodies. The punishment for criminal forfeiture of property is more appropriately imposed when the alleged property involved the government. But when the victim of property offense is not the government, the sanctions of restitution or restoration of property to the original owner may be invoked. The devised nature of economic crime include corrupt enrichments, smuggling, advance fee fraud, cyber crime, bank fraud, contract scam, money laundering, trafficking in illicit drugs, human trafficking, and so on. Undoubtedly, the impact of these crimes on the economy is so enormous that it is capable of undermining the stability of the country. Now, in spite of this, the size of the huge criminal profits makes it an alluring to criminals. Therefore, the divestment of material gains of crime is a welcome trend in criminal justice administration. By 2003 and June 2004, the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission recovered money and assets derived from crime worth over a certain amount of money. Now, let's look at it from the perspective of what we are talking about, which has to deal with the Constitution. The Constitution itself, in the section that is being used at the Election Petition Tribunal, we need to look at it from that perspective. Now, as we can see in the screen, that very section 1371D of the 1919 Constitution, as amended, says a person shall not be qualified for election to the office of the president if he is under a sentence of death imposed by any competent court of law or tribunal in Nigeria, or a sentence or imprisonment or fine for any offense involving dishonesty. That is where I want us to look at. That is where the issue really is. They said, or a sentence or imprisonment, fine for any offense involving dishonesty or fraud by whatsoever name called, or for any other offense imposed on him by any court or tribunal, or substituted by a competent authority for any other sentence. So what this very section is really talking about is an offense that is for a fine or any offense involving dishonesty or fraud. Now, that's forfeiture that everybody keeps talking about. What is it? Is it a fine? The Supreme Court has their own division of it that we have talked about severally in the case of Mohammed Abacha. We have that also. So it has to do with dishonesty, an offense. If you have any fine, or he said, or fine for any offense involving dishonesty or fraud, it is on itself fraud. Now, we know that the matter in question is 460,000 naira drug dealings, 460,000 US dollars drug dealings. It was not disputed at the Court of Appeals on the tribunal. It was not even the witnesses, people who witnessed this thing, they were able to see that the tribunal, the witness was very clear at the tribunal that that very money was drug money. There was no dispute. Then what is it? Is it that that very money is not money that is coming as a result of dishonesty? Or is it that that very forfeiture is not proceeds from a crime? It is a proceed from a crime because there was an indictment. Only that Tinubu himself did not show up on that. And then the United States decided to collect their money, which EFCC usually does in Nigeria here. If they confiscate and they ask you to come and you did not show yourself, then what they will do, they will go to court and then tell the court that they want to take over that very property. That is what happened. He didn't show up. The money was there. As a matter of fact, the money that was in that account, it was very clear with his address, and the amount exceeds that 460,000 US dollars. But the statute that US wants to collect that money from has a limit. So they only collected that very money, and Tinubu continued to use the remaining money that was from that account to purchase other the houses in the US. That is very, very clear. But I know say we don't talk about this very something, and it's already at the tribunal. So we wait for the judgment, because we have all countered our own argument on our own side. Tinubu's Olani Bekun has argued his own part, and finally we have submitted it, and it is before the election petition tribunal. So let's see, but we want to say clearly that EFCC have actually agreed to what we are talking about, and they went further to say that it's criminal. We heard it from EFCC's platform that any money that anything that you forfeit that is a proceed of criminal activity. In other words, it's clear that Tinubu acted in a criminal form. Angie, I know say your man they do mwe.
Yes, so my fabulous obedience. This thing they white. No be say we dey watch am with a glass. No, it dey clear, crystal clear. Say EFCC they won't defend person. I no want talk the one where I go talk. They will say, ah, you don't talk this one, you don't talk the other one. Yes, you want to defend someone by saying yes, it's not, but you don't call am criminal. What you can't defend? It don't mean anything. Now the same thing with they talk. The same thing. Now everybody they talk. It's a criminal offense. He must be disqualified. US no go just come say, oh you, Mr. Okonkwo, oh yeah, we won't collect money from you. No, it's not. Because they have investigated for a long time and they found him guilty. And he will be Tinubu no say, if na that time, if he to say him go US, him for day inside. Now he make him no one go, make them collect money.
Okay, away from this one now, make we go to a distinguished field marshal waiting she talk, General Oluchi, our own person, as he take talking for Peter Obi and Yusuf Baba Ahmed Manifesto, page 13. Now she say, make we look today. Say to secure Nigeria, all these things where they happen, he say we get many things where we say bring for us to take secure Nigeria. Make we bring them out, make people where we say they never see them. Made them for here, the new Nigeria, where would they go? Waiting and waiting one take to secure Nigeria.
Okay, she took mouth for this one. Say Peter Obi and Yusuf Baba Ati Manifesto. To secure Nigeria, we will one, deal decisively with insecurity by putting a permanent end to the incessant banditry, insurgency, kidnapping, and cross-border terrorism in our country today. To achieve this, we shall take the following immediate actions. Activate all the necessary regional cooperations and arrangements for securing our borders with neighboring countries in West and Central Africa, particularly Niger, Chad, and Cameroon. Another one is increase the personnel of our armed forces, police, and other security agencies, and optimally equip, train, and fund them to respond adequately to security threats. See part of it, she can't talk say deploy state-of-the-art military technology to fight terrorists, bandits, insurgents, and kidnappers. Recreate community relations with security agencies in order to increase public trust and build human intelligence to restore law and order in the communities. She can't talk say pursue proactively and deliberately policies that will implement the fundamental objectives and directive principles of state police in the Constitution so as to create a secure society that reduces the social pressure for crimes and provide viable livelihood for the youth. This will be in the fulfillment of the obligations of government to ensure the security and welfare of the people. Then number 4 part of it, she can talk say engage, support, and partner with national and international institutions and governments and network them into an integrated and reinforced onslaught against insecurity. This requires decentralized and professional management of security institutions and the use of grants in aid to encourage efficient criminal justice administration at sub-national levels, namely the state, local government, community security administration. To deal with cross-border crimes, we will also adjust security modalities to address gaps and vulnerabilities arising from our obligations under the ECOWAS Protocol on the movement of persons. Na so she take talk this one.
Yes, so, well, this one, they come out from our own manifesto. Now, so Oluchi post and we say we like all these things we could remember, because waiting with the talk now about hope. That very hope now we they give. Obedience will be anywhere where then there. Now for all of us to come together, make we they rally together, make all of us they keep ourselves together with kind words where we say you go they suit us. So we know say these people don't do waiting they want to, but the other thing be say na court now e dey in hand and we don't carry all the evidence go enter there. No more, no less. But every day we need to keep each other company. We need to encourage each other, and we need to always go back and look at those things we have. Whenever we come on Obidate Family TV, somebody would have prompted some questions answered. Somebody would have spoken to us either from our platforms, and they want us to have this discussion as a family. And that's why it is an Obidate Family TV. We are not really the ones directly in court, but we are having discussions even with our lawyers that are going to court, which gives us the hope that things are going to come out. And we share them with all our followers and obedient movement worldwide. That is what we do every day. And I know each and every one of us does his and hers on their own way by encouragement. So that's why we say when you like the video, share it so that other obedience will see. With that one, make we move to other things where we say it they happen. Like this very DSS issue, and this many people don't talk say na judiciary these people they attack in one way or the other. They are trying to intimidate the judiciary in different ways that we may not listen to. But we have it on good authority from certain quarters that if judiciary are intimidated, that civil disobedience is going to happen. That one they come out from one group where they call Waziri group. And that very Waziri group, now the people will be saying then they follow article for their own side. That very group don't come out, come make pronouncement and release press statements say if they continue to the threaten judiciary like this, say civil disobedience go come out. And we will know what in civil disobedience mean. Now be say this chaos and anarchy where then they talk. Now be say you go down set. Because we don't even see another one where the same Asari Dokubo don't come out again. Each one where in come out, in go talk say na him be the person where be say na Tinubu, na him they protect. In don they pursue the governor of Rivers State, they threaten them, they talk all manner of things. But all these ones where would they see? Now the power where you get from the executive, because now every time when you begin the talk, now when you don't visit Tinubu finish, come out. Now that time in begin the talk. But anyway, for this threat, where would they talk about judiciary? Not be only for Obidate Family TV would they talk, then they talk even for mainstream media. We don't see plenty people where they condemn them, then call them different names. But at the same time, make we hear as then take talk for our rise.
The Nigerian Bar Association president has spoken, but I also think that it is important that the head of the judiciary itself in this country, the Chief Justice and the legal counsel or whatever they are called, that they should make a very strong protest to the president about the DSS bringing so many so many gun-toting, officers to a court in a case that is arguably a civil case. Not only that, I also think that the Inspector General of Police should also protest and tell the president that the DSS should be advised to stay on its lane. Because when you look at the functions of the DSS, the issue of somebody, possessing gun at home without a license belongs to the police and not to the DSS. The head of the correctional center should vehemently protest and insist that the officers that manhandle its men, should be dealt with. There are rules in services for such unprofessional conduct. And when we begin to speak out, and when these agencies, the heads of these agencies, begin to tell the president that what the DSS is doing in this country, it's wrong, there might be some respite. They might become more professional than the kind of behavior you saw yesterday. And it is so unfortunate. I have said it many times on this your show. If we in this country do not know what to do, we should sit down and just watch television for a week or for 1 month. The DSS and the head of the DSS and his folks should please see how cases like this are handled in other jurisdictions, particularly outside this country. A couple of years ago.
So I don't hear them. Now the talk will be saying they go on for everywhere now for Nigeria now about DSS. Me, they always talk, and for Obidati Family TV, I would talk saying a distraction then they give. But all the same, we they hear about those intimidations where we say if they enter for judiciary. But this very intimidation, once we get any kepu where they come out from this very presidential election tribunal people, if we just hear anything from that very side, now that time we go respond. We don't already put our ears to the ground and the other things. Again, for Nigeria, where we say we know say we suffer many economic hardship. This very government they do now. It is you don't hear say dollar don't even pass it something naira per dollar. Now you don't hear say fuel price. First, it starts with 500 naira. Then see say nothing happen. Nobody take any action. Then shift and go to 520 naira. Then watch 1 week. Nothing happen. Then shift and to 560 naira. Now, they don't carry them to 600 and something naira. So what then they do be say, then go come out. Then go push one price come out. If then see say nobody talk, then go push them again. Now the thing where then they do. But I want make us know say, we go soon collect our mandate back. Judgment day don't they very close. Make we know to the worry. Now our own now to come out, give you the hope where we say PO they give. And that very hope we say we go enter into that new Nigeria. And when we enter there, things go normalize. Things go change. As in take from that first video where we listen to, we hear as it take talk say things go normalize. Hope go there. With that one, I also want to bring to our attention, these our new lawmakers who don't enter National Assembly. We get Labour Party people will be say them be senators for that very place. Whether them be OES member, I don't know. But at the same time, make I for even tell on wetin dey happen for this National Assembly, because we get news where we say if they come out from this National Assembly wey no dey sweet at all. Then they make mockery of Nigeria and all the citizens of Nigeria. Then they make mockery of them, and this thing no good. This Akpabio wey enter there as the president of Senate, when we know say he no even contest to win, but Supreme Court abi na court carry am put am for there. We know. But I want to make Labour Party senators where they there. Make them shine their eyes. Make them know say, now we come out through the rain and sunshine. Go vote them because of PO. Now because of PO, all of us come out. Give them that mandate. Make them stay for Senate and House of Reps. So make them they watch our back for inside there. How Senate President then go they bring motion to say make citizens begin to breathe. Citizens of Nigeria, send them they bring motion for National Assembly, make Nigerians breathe. Then be God where be say then they give person something to breathe. I be they no see the fuel increase where they go talk about. I be they know they talk about the hardships where Nigerians they go through. But make una hear them from your own mouth. Where inside Senate building then they talk about, then they give right to Nigerians to breathe. Take a lesson and I go here and not be only from me, directly from the Senate, Federal Republic of Nigeria. Take a lesson.
prayer is that let the poor breathe. And then Senator Mustafa has seconded that the poor should breathe. Those who are in support of the additional prayer that the poor should be allowed to breathe, say aye. And those who are against say nay. The ayes have it, the poor must be allowed to breathe. Let me...
I don't hear them making mockery of the Nigerian people that sent them to the National Assembly. People who came out, they come out, not minding the rain, not minding the sunshine, not minding the violence, and we send them to the National Assembly. And they are taking up a motion that says that let them allow Nigerians to breathe. Angel, your mind they do me.
You know why the thing they pay me? Be say, you say we voted them. We no vote them. Now then select themselves. The people where we voted, no say we voted them. And they are doing the right thing. These ones that just making mockery of the masses. You give masses 8,000 naira. You Kolobi 150 million put for your pocket. You say let them breathe. Who is breathing with 8,000 naira? How can we breathe? And you are laughing. That is what I said. Impunity is too much for Nigeria. For civilized country, this kind of thing no fit happen. Una no say for civilized country, this kind of thing. People like Akpabio no go even there for that Senate. Not to talk of any other person laughing. It's a Senate in a weird serious business. Serious issues are being discussed. But see how they're making mockery of us. But no problem. Now you make they block anyhow. Make our principal no come. But it dey crystal clear. Say we won the election. And tribunal judge says, now this thing board dey on a court. Write your name on gold. Write your name on gold. So that in future, your children will be so proud of you. Even Nigerians, your name will go down in the history that these 5 judges now then give us our mandate. Now then make the new Nigeria where we dey talk be possible. So
as it take be now, we don't hear them from Angel as they take reach us. We go begin they get signal from our producer. Signal make we they carry our car, they come out for studio for today. But later in the day, we will come back again because we get other things where we say obedience won't make we talk, but our time don't come up. So the thing where I go talk for the people where we say then they now, where we say then they watch us live. Make una for like and share this video. Make other obedience know. Make una remember say as we dey come out here every day, na message of hope we dey carry come. If court starts, we fit dey talk and analyze the things as it dey happen for court. If the issue of constitution come, we go bring people wey be say dem go analyze. But now we don analyze those things for court finish, and the court dey deliberate as their final judgment. So wetin we go dey bring every day na as the thing dey happen and the message of hope from PO. Just like PO talk say he go discuss with us again on Saturday. So make we dey share this message. Make other people wey be say they no say PO go come there live with us on Saturday, make them for no say he go there. Now by sharing, now you send the message. And by also liking this very video, now your own contribution for this very movement where we did. Because everybody, like I say, nobody pass the other person. As I dey do my own for here, now so other people, they do their own in different ways. So make we show our own contribution here by liking and also sharing this very video. We'll come again later today because obedience get other things where they say they don't send to us, they won't make we talk, but our time don't run past for studio for here. Angel, I give you the mic.
My fabulous obedient worldwide, thank you so much for being with us. All eyes on Judiciary. Judiciary are on trial. Write your name in gold. Let your integrity and the integrity of Nigeria remain. By doing what? Justice and fairness. Not only thing where we they ask. We know they ask for too much. Justice and fairness. give us our mandate. We came out that day. We voted massively. Na INEC chairman Yakubu Mahmood, he supposed dey prison, but I no how he no go escape am because he do Nigerians bad thing that day. Real time he no give us all the promises, all the taxpayers money, 300 billion. He just squander am for nothing. Thank you so much for being with us. You watch us finish, you know, can subscribe, like and share. Wait till you gain. Oh yeah, begin the like, share and subscribe. Thank you so much. We love you, but God loves you more. Bye for now.